This morning to get some photographs in the forest with the fog, but the fog has lifted faster than I thought it would. You can see behind me that there's still fog. It's just not thick enough. So like many days when you're out taking photographs, you have to just work with the conditions you've got and make the best of it. So the plan is just have a walk around, take some photographs and hopefully get some decent shots. So let's get this day started then, eh? So I've been walking for about 15 minutes or so, and I've come across a little river here. Just you can see this line of trees, and I'm going to stick to this little river if I can, if the path keeps me close enough, and hopefully I'll get rewarded. I don't know this area at all, actually. I'm about an hour and a half's walk from where I live, so I'm going to start walking towards home and see what we can come across, and maybe find something, not for today but another day. So a little bit of exploration, and we'll see what we can come up with, but I'm hoping that I come across a little waterfall or something that will be of interest that I can come back to, or get a decent shot today, or can come back to another time. So that's the plan so far. I followed the river maybe for about another 10-15 minutes, and I came across this. There's a track that goes right across it, and it seems to be pretty well used. And there's a sign behind me that just says I'm on the border of a golf course. So I better watch out that I don't get struck in the back of the head with a golf ball. I'm going to set up my camera, and I don't even know how I'm going to take this photograph yet, because I've not really had a look around. I was so excited to find it. But I'm going to set up my camera, have a look around, set up my camera, and then we'll go over how I'm going to shoot this. Okay, I've set up the camera from a pretty low viewpoint, and I'm not convinced it's the right viewpoint, but this is what I've decided on. And the reason I've set it up like this is I like this grassy area here on the left, and I wanted to get some of the reflections in the water. So as the water's, it's not a lot of water, but it's running pretty quick. So I'm guessing that if I use a slowish shutter speed, to get movement in the water, I'm going to get some movement down here as well, and it'll look pretty nice. But the idea for leaving all the water in this area that's not particularly interesting is I'm going to take the original shot, and then I'm going to put on a polarizer, and then I might even put on a ND filter just to give it a even longer shutter speed, get more movement, smooth out the ripples, and I just like that look. It's my preference. I just like that look. So let's get the first shot taken, and we're at 2.5 seconds, slightly overexposing. So let's just bring that down. So it's 1.6 seconds at f16, so it's going to be really sharp, and I've focused on this area here, so that'll give me sharpness all the way to the back, and the foreground will be sharp also. Okay, I've put the polarizer filter on, and as you can see, it's a 4-second exposure now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the filter so we can see how the reflections in the water change, and it should also boost the colours, help to saturate them. So again, my big fat fingers are getting in the way. So it's not having a huge effect, but it is making a slight difference. If I rotate it, you can see. So that's it, without any polarization, and then that's it with the polarizer. It does boost the colour slightly. So now it's a 4-second exposure. We'll get even more movement in the water. So let's take the shot. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to that, I'm going to add a neutral density filter, which will slow it down even more. I've put on a neutral density filter. It's a big stopper, the 10 stop ND filter, and as you can see from the back of the screen, it's very dark, and since this is a mirrorless camera, this is what if I was to take the photograph, this is kind of what I would see. So I've calculated the exposure at f11 at about 6 minutes. So I'm going to take the shot at that, and hopefully we'll get something worth keeping and smooth out all the ripples, and we'll get the chance to see the difference it makes. So here goes. Okay, so I've taken the shot. Let's just go and review it. And that's the shot there with the 10 stop filter on it. It's hard to tell just from that, but yeah, I kind of like it. And you can see that all the water's smoothed out. Now that was a 6-minute exposure, but I'd like to take another couple of shots around this area, because this is the obvious view, and I think I might have a better viewpoint than this. It's been a long day. I've been out for a good 4 hours, and I think I've got a couple of decent shots. So I will put the ones that have not already put up, I will put up at the end of this video. So check it out, and hopefully you'll enjoy looking at them. And if you fancy, leave a comment, but please like and subscribe if you found it useful. Until the next time, thanks very much and bye bye.